Hello everyone, welcome back to another video of mine. I'm Ramesh. In this video, I'll be telling you what all the things happen before you go to SSB interview and what are the procedure that is followed in 5 days when you are in the SSB center. So, starting with day 1, you're supposed to visit the SSB interview venue at around 6 a.m. in the morning, and after that, all of you will be taken to the respective service selection board. There you will be allotted a temporary chest number. After that, you would be taken to have breakfast or whatever the snacks they are going to provide there, and after that you'd be taken to a auditorium or a bigger hall where each one is given to OIR test. OIR test is nothing but officer intelligence rating, where you will get a sets of 2 sets, so that your basic aptitude knowledge will be tested in that. Those questions will be of easier kind of level, so you don't need to worry more about it. And after that, every one of you would be divided into a groups which will consist something around 15 to 20 people. It would be done based on the number of reporting on that day. And if you are something around 12 to 15 people in a group, you'd be taken to a hall where you'll be shown a picture, and after that you'd be asked to write a story on that. So this test is nothing but PPDT. It is nothing but picture perception and discussion test, in which you will be shown a picture and asked to write a story on that picture within 5 minutes. And after writing the picture, you all group of 12 or 15 people would be taken to the room where you will have a discussion on that story which you have written while looking at the picture. After that, each one of you would be asked to narrate a story which will conclude within 1 minute, and after that, immediately, without anybody's notice or without anybody's remarks, you would start discussion immediately after everyone's individual narration is over. So in this, assessors or the one who is going to assess it will be looking at the way you narrate your story and take part in the group discussion. And once the group discussion gets over, people are asked to come to the common conclusion, where one individual is selected to give out the common conclusion of all the group. And after that, you would be let out to have lunch or something around 2 or 3. You will get your results, whether you are screened in or no. On the day 1, the people who got screened in will stay there for the remaining 5 days, and who is screened out will be routed back to the home on the same day. So after that, once you get the results and once you get through the screen test, you would be given a chest number, and you would be divided into a group based on your SSB experience as well as your date of birth. So on that day, you will get a chest number which will remain your chest number remaining 5 days for the remaining 5 days. And that afternoon, you'll be given various forms to fill in the SSB, which will include about your personal information and so on. I'll be doing another video about that. So in this video, I'll just simply brief on what all happens on 5 days. Okay. So on the same day, you will also be given PIQ form, which is nothing but personal information questionnaire, where you have to fill 2 forms of that kind, and it will have all the information related to your education, your interest, and so forth. So after that, you would be given an identity card and chest number, and in that evening or the next day evening, you will be taken for the psychological test, which will be in an auditorium or a similar kind of a room where you have taken your OIR test. So there, various psychological tests will be conducted in that evening, and after that you will be given a room for stay there in the interview venue, and you would be given dinner, and that day is over. If the psychological test is over on the first day, you don't have to give psychological test on the second day. So on the psychological day, each and every individual who got screened in would be present in the hall and would be writing the psychological test. So, and after that, each group will have their group testing officer, that is nothing but GTO tasks on various different days that will be allotted by the board. You might have it on second day or third day, and some people might have it on the day of conference. Okay, so again GTO will be conducted with respect to the group and individuals. There are various tasks in the GTO that will be I'll be making another video about that. And once the GTO is over, your group is done with psychological tests and GTO. And after that, whatever you have filled PIQ forms in the day 1 will be taken for your personal interview. You have filled two of the PIQ forms. One will be going to the psychological testing officer. I mean the one who is going to test your psych. He will be having one form, and another form will be with personal interviewing officer. Personal interviewing, you will be allotted your interview on day 2, day 3, something like that, whenever it is free. That time, various chest numbers would be allotted personal interview on different days. And once your personal interview is done, you are done with all the tasks. And on 5th day, you will have your conference. Okay, conference is nothing but where all the assessors of you, who is nothing but psychological psych test officer, GTO, as well as your personal interview, along with all the officers in the board, will be sitting in a U-shaped table, where you would be asked to come in and sit there for 2-3 minutes and ask some basic questions like how was your stay in the SSB, or how many friends you met, something like that. Some basic questions would be asked, and you would be let out after that. So conference is nothing but where all the 3 assessors will sit together and discuss whether you are going to be recommended for the service or not. So there the psychological officer gives his opinion, as well as personal interview and GT officer. All the 3 officers would give their results whether you are recommended or no. And after that, the president of the board decides whether he has to take you or no. That is nothing but whether he has to recommend you for the service or not. After that, you wouldn't be said anything about your results. And once you come out, again you would be asked to sit in a hall where your screening and psychological tests were conducted. And whoever is recommended, the officer comes with a list, and whoever is recommended, he will call out their chest numbers, and he will take all the students whoever is recommended. And after that, whoever is recommended, they have to stay there for one more extra day, or if the board has a medical board, then you have to stay there for 4 more days. And if you are opting for the Air Force as a first preference, you would be taken CPSS. CPSS is nothing but computerized pilot selection system. That would be taken for only candidates who have their Air Force as first preference. And if you are not recommended, you would be dropped to the railway station on the same day. And this is a procedure that takes place during your stays in the SSB board, and that is spanned about 5 days. So if you have got any doubts, you can ask me in the comment section, and once the questions I feel are worthy answering and gets a majority of the questions, I'll be answering them in separate video. Thank you.